everybody, it's Tressa. Welcome back to my channel. I am making two videos today, so I'm wearing the same shirt. Anyway, I always wanted to make that hash brown casserole like Cracker Barrel. Some people say it's copycat, but I haven't eaten it that much, so I can't call it that. But mine has secret ingredients. So I thought I'd bring you along, and all we have to do is mix it up and then put it in the oven. And let's go. My ingredients laid out. I have a 13 by 9 baking dish that I sprayed. Now I did, a lot of recipes say to use frozen hash browns, but I don't want to bake it for 50 minutes. I'm going to be honest with you. I think these are going to cook faster. So this is kind of a big recipe. It calls for 30 ounces. So I need a bag and a half because these are a pound a piece, and I just put the rest in the freezer. I tell you, these are pretty good, these potatoes. So I'm just gonna, we're making meatloaf on the same video, so we need a carb to go with it. We do, at least. All right, that looks about right. There's a long one right there. Okay, and I love onions and garlic and jalapenos, so I sauteed this first. No recipe calls for this, but I'm gonna add it because we love onions. We just love them. But you could totally leave that out. It's very simple. Most recipes call for just the soup, sour cream, and cheese. But I've been thinking about this recipe for a long time about how I wanted to make it better, actually. I'm gonna put a little garlic powder, not much, because I don't want the garlic to overpower everything. Just a little sprinkle. And I'm also gonna put black pepper. I love black pepper with potatoes or macaroni and cheese or anything cheesy, really. Now, I'm not going to put salt because a lot of these ingredients are very salty. I can always add more black pepper later. It calls for a can of cream of onion soup. You could use whatever cream soup you like the best. Now, this has a lot of sodium in it. But some casseroles are just not the same without it. You can make it homemade. And let's give that a little mix. I don't think this is gonna bake as long. Some people say if you use this kind of potato that it might get mushy, but I find when I cook these on the stove, they take a little while to cook. Now my oven is on 350 and I'm doing convection, so hopefully I won't burn it. Now this is our favorite dip. It calls for 16 ounces of French onion dip. I didn't want to use just dip because of the sodium, so I'm going to use that much. I'm kind of going to estimate, and then I'm going to use, that was probably, let's just do half, okay? Or that's a little bit more than half. We like it spicy. This dip is amazing. You could use French onion, and I'm going to put, excuse me, some sour cream. Full fat sour cream is my favorite. I like. So I'm just gonna put the other half in sour cream. I love sour cream too. And I kind of just estimate. You can just estimate on a casserole. It doesn't have to be exact. But you want to be close. And let's give this a mix. Kind of hard to mix up. Now we're gonna put 3 cups of cheese. We're only gonna put 2 cups into the potatoes. We're gonna put 1 cup on top. And I'm pretty sure you could freeze leftovers of this. All right, let's put some cheese. Oh, that cheese is getting hot because it's from my oven. This is mostly sharp cheddar. I like to use a good quality cheese, and we like to shred it ourselves, usually. I'm just gonna estimate 2 cups. And let's see. So you need 3 cups total. So I'm gonna leave that much out for the top. Mix it again. I don't know if you've ever seen the video I made of, it's called loaded baked potato casserole. That stuff, I ate almost the whole pan. I think that's one of the best potato casseroles I've ever eaten. And I think I got that recipe out of a Taste of Home book. The onions and the garlic, and it's not a lot of garlic. I'm gonna add a lot of flavor. If you like onions. All right. I'm on it in a shallower pan so it won't be so thick and it takes less time to bake. I always, I'm a little hoarse today. I'm in a hurry at night. And smash it down. I might have to be careful with convection, but it still says to bake it on 350 even if you don't have convection. I love that dip in sour cream. And I think Fridge of Onion soup is, I've never used that one before, and I think it's a brilliant idea. All right, now we're gonna just sprinkle the rest of the cheese on top. And we're praying that it doesn't take as long to bake this one. And I don't think it will. And you know, depends on the texture you like, too, of your potatoes. But we eat this during the holidays, and I love this casserole. It's so good. I'm just gonna, if I need more cheese, we grated extra, and I'll put more on top. Okay, so let me throw this in the oven, and I'll tell you how long it takes to bake with this brand of potatoes. Took the potatoes out. They took about 30 minutes, and I recommend using the thawed, those kind of hash browns because it cooks a lot faster. And I like my potatoes tender. And they're not mushy. We tasted just a little corner. And we put a little extra cheese and parsley on top. But we're gonna let these cool. And we made meatloaf to go with it. But this is gonna be really, really good, I believe. So we'll be back. What happened? We got to turn the oven off. Here's the potatoes. They're nice and creamy. And they still have a little texture to them. And they're not too oniony. And they're not too spicy.
But it has a little bite, you know? I mean, if it's too spicy, like if you're not a big fan of spicy food, you can always just use French onion dip instead of the jalapeno dip that we use. But we like spicy foods, so.
I would definitely use the dip. And also, I really like the sauteed onions and the citric garlic. It doesn't overpower, but it's so good.
I find when you get stuff like this at restaurants, they're usually kind of bland, like it's just potatoes and cheese. But whenever you add extra stuff, like the dip and the garlic and the onions, it really adds extra flavor, you know?
I've been thinking about this recipe a long time in my head, and I really like the outcome. It's so good. So I hope you enjoyed the video and watching me make something new. A new casserole, a potato dish I always wanted to make. I hope you try it this way. Let me know if you try it, and have a good day or night, and I will see you soon. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye. Bye.